Millions of people not believing in the integrity of their elections is something that can bring about the downfall of a nation. For those of you who say that there isn't any reason to be suspicious about this election, weren't you suspicious about the last presidential election? Didn't you accuse Trump of colluding with Russia to steal that election? And you even called him an illegitimate president. That was your side last election, and you guys did a massive investigation into it. Funny thing, though, it turned out that Trump did not collude with Russia. It was just made up by your side as a way to get your candidate elected. And when it didn't work, you guys took it to the extreme with a 2.5-year investigation. And we now know that your party leaders and the media all knew it wasn't true. We have the Brennan notes, and the media admitted in private that there was nothing to it.
Hey, man. We met in Palm Springs a few years back.
Good for you, man. You good?
Yeah. How you been? What are you
I'm
doing?
good.
What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
So we're supposed to believe that a party that made up Trump colluding with Russia out of thin air to win the election in 2016 wouldn't try some crap this election. A party that impeached the president for no reason to try to run him out of town. A party that in 2016 sent troublemakers to every Trump rally to create chaos that they then blamed on Trump. You remember that, right? All the chaos that surrounded the Trump campaign 4 years ago? You guys blamed Trump and his supporters for it. But why didn't it happen this year? Did Trump voters become better people? Did Trump tone down his rhetoric? Or did your side not follow Trump supporters around, starting confrontations this year? I understand that you guys want to win, but if 70 million people lose faith in our electoral process, it will destroy this country. And if you're not on the far left, I'm sure you don't want that. Are we not supposed to be suspicious when state officials change election rules illegally? The Constitution clearly states that only state legislatures can change election law. Governors can't do it, the Secretary of State can't do it, and their courts can't do it either. Now, I have to thank constitutional scholar Mark Levin for pointing that out. I don't want to be called a backbencher. Are we not supposed to be suspicious when almost every swing state gets a sudden surge for one party once most of the votes are counted? And then that party won't allow people from the other party to watch the votes get counted? Or how about this? Signs like that one were posted next to the entrances of many polling places in Philadelphia. That's illegal. And when confronted, most of the places would not take it down. So if these poll workers were willing to break the law in full view of voters, what were they doing when they refused to allow Republican poll watchers to observe them counting the votes? After 4 years of Trump being called a racist, he got more of the minority vote than any Republican candidate has in 60 years? And this so-called racist president lost support among white voters? Is that not supposed to make us wonder what's going on? Every poll was way off again. Republicans did well in the House of Representatives and maintained their control in the Senate, but Trump didn't do as well. And voter turnout was much bigger this year than it was for the historic election in 2008. Don't these things make you wonder? Russia did interfere with our elections in 2016. How did they do it? By spreading disinformation through social media, which is exactly what the media has done for the last 4 years. And they suppressed actual verifiable information leading up to this election. What big tech and the media did was way worse than what Russia could have ever done. And you guys seem to be fine with it because it helped your guy. Look, there are a lot of reasons to be suspicious about the outcome of this election. And even if the lawsuits and recounts don't change what looks to be the outcome, don't we want to make sure that there hasn't been voter fraud? Don't we want to know if the integrity of our elections have been compromised? Do we want partisan courts and governors to use powers they don't have to change election rules? If we can't trust our election process, then that's it. We're done. States can't be united in a country like that. A country like that can't survive. And that's the simple truth. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to become a supporting member of Blue Collar Logic, click on the link in the description and give what you can.